Okay.
Once Sakhi said, "Just see how Krishna turns the king of mountains into a play ball and holds up the mountain with his left hand while softly playing the flute with his right hand. He casts loving sight on everyone and shakes his head pleasantly while listening to his friends."
Please read 2 more times.
Once Sakhi said, "Just see how Krishna turned the king of mountains into a play ball and holds up the mountain with his left hand, while softly playing the flute with his right hand. He casts loving sidelong glances on everyone and shakes his head pleasantly while listening to his friends."
Just close your eyes. Try to see it in your mind's eyes.
Once Sakhi said, "Just see how Krishna turned the king of mountains into a play ball and holds up the mountain with his left hand, while softly playing the flute with his right hand. He casts loving sidelong glances of everyone and shakes his head pleasantly while listening to his friends."
And we'll go to the last meditation, and this last meditation is on the perspective of Giriraj, how Giriraj perceived the pastime happening. Take a screenshot of the beautiful picture. And maybe Divya Kishori, if you want to read the next meditation. And Divya Kishori? She's maybe not there. Let's see.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Sri Hari instantly removed whatever hardship Giriraj felt from the lightning bolts, heavy hailstones, profuse rains, and high piercing winds. By seeing Krishna's effulgence and feeling the sweet breath from his lustrous lotus face, Giriraj felt totally relieved while relishing the exciting adventures of the Lord. Sri Hari instantly removed whatever hardship Giriraj felt from the lightning bolts, heavy hailstones, profuse rains, and high piercing winds. By seeing Krishna's effulgence and feeling the sweet breath from his lustrous lotus face, Giriraj felt totally relieved while relishing the exciting adventures of the Lord.
Please close your eyes and try to see it in your mind's eyes.
Sri Hari instantly removed whatever hardship the Giriraj felt from the lightning bolts, heavy hailstones, profuse rains, and high piercing winds. By seeing Krishna's effulgence and feeling the sweet breath from his lustrous lotus face, Giriraj felt totally relieved while relishing the exciting adventures of the Lord.
Your eyes close and try to remember what you have just heard. Okay, so we are ready to start with today's reading. And maybe we can ask Jennifer, yes. I saw you are with us also. If you would like to start the reading. Back to Jennifer. Are you able to hear me or anyone hearing me?
Yes, we can hear you, Prabhuji. Mataji has mentioned that she cannot read but can hear.
Aha. Okay. Good. Thank you. Okay. Then maybe Vajanti, you start with the reading.
While holding Giriraj in one hand, Krishna, whose wonderful behavior illuminates the world, spoke convincingly to the coward community. Mago, O mother, do not be in anxiety. Father, do not worry. Oh friends, do not doubt my ability. Giriraj will not fall from my hand. You directly saw how he personally accepted our worship. It is then difficult for him to remain personally suspended in the sky. Although Giriraj appears to be a huge immovable mountain, he is transcendently situated beyond the doubts and comprehension of this material world. Look how light he is. Even a child like me can easily pick him up. Oh, just see. Giriraj is completely independent and moves according to his own sweet will. In this matter, I am but an instrument. Therefore, you should collect all your property and come under the mountain. There is no difference between the village of Vrindavan and the valley below Giriraj. Be happy and stay here peacefully. At the end of the Kalpa, everyone in creation gives up their gross bodies and lives in the sovereign of Narayana in their subtle body. And there, however, you cannot enjoy as much fun as you can by living here within the belly of Giriraj. When I lifted the hill, huge chunks of earth fell off the bottom and formed a natural boundary wall around the peninsula of Giriraj. This wall will keep out the torrential rain. Forget about your pleasure gardens and your attachment to your former residence. Let this place become the source of joyful pastimes for the cows, gopas, and gopis. The string of Govardhana's reassuring words resemble an elegant necklace made from the nectar of his rose. Immediately, elderly gopals felt completely pacified by Krishna's sweet words. Taking wealth, sons, wives, cows, and priests, who felt immeasurable happiness in this matchless beauty, they entered the splendid valley beneath Govardhana. Taking shelter there, they all filled with surprise and smiled with delight. They clearly saw that the valley beneath Govardhan, which dazzled attractively, could easily accommodate all their innumerable cows, animals, and family members. The valley brimmed with gratifying sense objects to see, touch, taste, and so on. That divine place was the very ornament of the earth. Its purity and opulence exceeded the wealth of the subterranean heavenly planets like Sutala. Fields of rich green barley spread in all directions, and many lakes full of crystal clear water stood here and there.
The venerable Brijvasis relished great joy, associating intimately with Krishna. They no longer felt any fear or discomfort from Indra's deluge, which threatened to destroy the whole world. The rain falling from the roaring clouds sounded like water pouring from the mouth of many large water pots. Although situated in different directions, all the bridge passes gazed to their heart's content at the gorgeous lotus face of Giridhari, the lifter of Govardhan Hill. Each devotee saw that Krishna was looking directly at him. Feeling relieved, the illustrious Brahmanas offered abundant blessing to the blissful younger brother of Balaram. Taking advantage of the intimate setting, the bridge passes gazed at Krishna with joyful faces, prayed for his victory, or affectionately smelled his head. Krishna descended on earth to perform his transcendental pastimes and to crush the pride of the demons and demigods. Both the submissive gopi and the contrary ones, like Radhika, smiled blissfully while looking at Krishna with love-laden glances. The gopis always play with Krishna and enjoy love sports in the forest of Vrindavan. While gazing upon him, they looked like thirsty chakori birds, continually drinking the ambrosial radiance of his moon-like face. With unblinking eyes, they took Krishna within their hearts and lovingly embraced him. During the festival of lifting Govardhan Hill, everyone tasted the greatest ecstasy. To lighten the heart of his beloved friend Krishna, Batu said, "O dearest friend of the whole world, please listen to my words. By my Brahman Tejas, spiritual potency, I will fill you with happiness. When I'm here as your friend, why are you troubling yourself by lifting Giriraj? O lotus-eyed one, just order me, and I will hold up this great mountain on the tip of my golden stick. You must be exhausted from holding the hill, so now relax and take some rest while I hold the hill." Rajeshwari Yasoda then addressed her son. "O my darling child, you always act impudently due to the force of your uncontrolled senses. For years, we peacefully observed the Indra Yagya, but then you abruptly stopped it. Disregarding the demigods never bring auspiciousness. How can one find fortune if he shows enmity toward the demons or the demigods? In the presence of those two fears, how can we enjoy living here? Although Krishna's body is inexhaustible and ever blissful, Yasoda thought that he had overworked himself. Considering that, he expressed her motherly affection by reaching up to lovingly touch his lotus hand that held the hill. While doing this, she said, "Aho, how can your hand, which is as pure and soft as fresh butter, bears the heavy weight of this mountain without any other help or support? Hung ho, O Giriraj, please be compassionate and give me a boon. If you are actually some worshipable gods, then do something to become soft and lightweight so that Krishna will not feel any distress." Mataji Tanu, would you like to continue?
Batu said, "Mother, do not speak like this. How can you say that Krishna is in distress? Listen, what good has that What good has that angry Indra done for us? He brutally stacked us with his dense dark clouds and fierce lightning bolts. Now just appreciate the dazzling sweetness that Krishna has manifested in his pastime of lifting Giri Govardhan. Had Indra not become angry, then we would not have had the chance to relish this nectar through our eyes. Mother Yashoda replied to Batu, O bold one, holding a heavy load over the head can never be a show of sweetness. Lifting the enormous weight of Giriraj will cause one to become distressed and disabled. Just see, the locks of curly hair on Krishna's forehead are wet from perspiration. His face has dried out and become pale like a lotus wilted by the snow. His hands and feet have a ruddy color. Oh Shiva, Shiva, how can a mother's heart tolerate seeing such hardship? Krishna said, Mother, there cannot be anything more fun than this. Why are you worried about me for nothing? Just see, the great mount of Govardhan is floating on its own in the open sky. I told you before that this body of mine is but an instrument of his will. Yashoda replied, O intelligent one, I will believe what you said if Govardhan gives up the joyful association of your lotus hand and then flies around the sky playing on his own. Batu said, O Queen of Vrindavan, don't you know that this great mountain is sitting on the lotus hand of Krishna by the strength of my mantras and special powers? Therefore, my friend is not feeling any pain from holding Giriraj. This is natural because everyone is favorably disposed toward the Lord of their hearts. Yashoda said, O impudent one, what kind of nonsense are you speaking? I am burning in anxiety over my son. His tendency is to act independently without caring for any good instructions. And now you come here, make jokes, and laugh about it? One Vrajvasi said, Up to this time, we have never really appreciated how Krishna's elegant body is the very ornament of the entire earth. Look, look, as Krishna displays his attractive threefold bending form, his left side stretches up without showing the three lines on his belly. It is very pleasant to see his armpit as he effortlessly holds his strong left arm aloft. His right thumb is tucked into the effulgent red cloth wrapped around his handsome hips, which are enriched with the three beautiful lines of his belly. In a merry mood, Krishna glances lovingly at us as his eyes roam here and there. The pollen from the blue lotuses tucked over his ears reflects exquisitely on his shining cheeks. Even though he must be tired from lifting Giriraj, Krishna is delighting our minds with the nectar of his gentle smile. Today, his beautiful face is more dazzling than anything. A second Rajvasi said, Oh, look, look. It is a great mystery that since Krishna has not moved for a long time, his ankle bells, which crush all false pride, solve all problems, and deliver one from all dangers, have now become silent just like a dumb person. Although they are awake, those ankle bells seem just like a pair of swans sleeping in a front of a blue lotus flower. Just see, the ankle bells are absorbed in silent meditation, just like a self realized soul.
Thank you. Nikunjabi Harini, you can continue.
Someone else said, Oh, look at Krishna. While holding Giriraja nonchalantly in one hand, he holds his pastime flute in his other hand. Pressing it gently to his lips, he plays softly sweet tunes that fills up with exhilaration. Noticing this, Batu said with alarm, "Oh, my friend, do not be so daring. Do not play your flute. How will you protect your friends today if Giriraja becomes ecstatic from hearing the sweet melodies of your flute and falls of your hand? Your flute has the power to melt mountains into rivers and turns rivers into stone. Aho! It can do many incredible things." A cowherd voice said, "Oh, Kusuma-sama, there is not the slightest fear that the Giriraja may change his position. Just relish the honey nectar of Krishna's flute and give up your restlessness." One person said, "Though we are in the middle of a terrible devastation, we are delighting in a conversation full of joking and laughter. While relishing these nectarian talks, we do not feel any anxiety or disturbance." One Branjavasi said, "Oh, Radhika, your face is superbly beautiful. Do not make your eyebrows dance while Krishna is holding up Govardhana, for that will severely agitate his mind. Then his arm will start shaking violently and cause the mountain to immediately fall off his hand. Please do not cause such a perilous situation." Radhika joked with Shyama-Saki, a sweet speaker expert in making people laugh. Glancing shyly from the corner of her eyes, Radharani said, "Hey, do it, Shyam. Do not infuse your ecstasy in my heart. Calm down and control your mind." One Saki said, "Just see how Krishna turns the king of mountains into a playboy and holds up the mountain with his left hand while softly playing his flute with his right hand. He casts loving sidelong glances on everyone and shakes his head pleasantly while listening to his friends." Then one dear Saki told Radha, "Listen carefully to my words. While all the Vrajavasis relish the pastime of constantly looking at Krishna, he is absorbed in glancing at you alone. Just see how his body is erupted with ecstatic symptoms such as tears, trembling, and thrill bumps. But other Vrajavasis think these transformations are due to his lifting Giriraj." Another Saki said, "Yes, what you said is absolutely true. Please take this pearl necklace as a reward for your realization." While admiring the infinite loveliness of Radhika, Krishna enveloped in bliss, trembled, and perspired profusely. Observing these ecstatic changes, one gopi pointed to the cowherd man and told his girlfriend, "Hey, look, the gopas think that Giridhari is feeling tired. In a mood of compassion, they have raised their sticks above their heads to help him hold up the hill." Seeing the prominent cowherd man endeavoring to hold up Giriraja, Radhika, whose face outshines the moon, covered her head with her veil and looked shyly at the ground. Then, unseen by her Sakis, Radhika beamed a sweet, gentle smile to bathe Krishna in a shower of nectar. While looking at the cowherd man, Batu said, "O residents of Vrindavana, do not be afraid. You are just scratching the body of Giriraja with your sticks. But do not think that you are holding up the hill. Krishna is the brother of Balarama, who is famous for his unlimited strength. Oh, my friend Krishna, observing the trembling of your body, I understand that the beautiful face of famous Saki Radhika has put you into great distress."
Hare Krishna, I see Divya Kishori has raised her hand. Are you liking to continue the reading?
Yes, Prabhuji. May I?
Yes, sure.
Okay. After listening to the playful words of Patu, Krishna responded sweetly to the delight of his intimate friends. He said, "The cowherd men have a very favorable attitude towards me. Therefore, I always fulfill their desires. Why are you laughing at them? The Gopas' attempt to hold up Giriraj simply proclaims their parent love for me. Indeed, their action is quite befitting. What could be more pleasurable than this? The Prince of Vrindavan is a abode of unfathomable attributes. His face is as fresh as a blue lotus flower bathed in the soft moonlight. When he smiles attractively, his beautiful teeth sparkle like 1,000 rays of light. A radiant pearl necklace adorns his chest. Krishna reveals the ecstasy in his heart by gently moving his reddish lips. Just like a cow hankering to see her calf, Yashoda stepped forward and spoke affectionately to her son. "O beloved son, the day has moved along, and you appear afflicted and lackluster from not eating. Your belly has caved in, and your jeweled belt has slipped off. Seeing that your lotus face has withered from fasting, the cows refuse to eat anything or move an inch from here, even though fields of rich grains are nearby. Therefore, I appeal to you, because you are very compassionate. Please stop playing artistically on your flute and drop your arm so I can feed you with my hand. One whose actions are exemplary will adjust his behavior according to the conditions. I have brought you some warm soft cakes and tasty cream yogurt with thick skin on top. Now take these delicious items along with Ram and your friends." Batu said, "Oh, my dear friend, your mother spoke correctly. You should never go against her. Moreover, I am also upset by hunger." Krishna, the crest jewel of relishers, said, "Oh, mother, since one should not disobey his superiors, I think it is proper for me to gladly eat from your hand." Meanwhile, holding a brilliant flashing lightning bolt in his hand, Indra sped through the sky. Though sitting on his elephant carrier, Eravat, he actually rode upon the chariot of his anger. Since he had already sent the Samvartaka clouds a few days before, he assumed Vrindavan must now be totally demolished. Astonishment seized Indra's mind upon seeing the dense peaks of Govardhan, piercing the huge Samartaka clouds and rising above them. The deer, birds, and other living entities of Vrindavan wandered about happily unaffected by the torrents of rain. Clusters of white clouds completely covered the base of Govardhan and enhanced its beauty as they washed the mountain with the rains of devastation. Giriraj looked like a huge umbrella, and the cloud seems like a decorative fringe of pearls ornamenting that umbrella.
Wonderful. Thank you. Jayanti?
Shihari instantly removed whatever hardship Giriraj felt from the lightning bolts, heavy hailstone, profuse rain, and high piercing winds. By seeing Krishna's effulgence and feeling the sweet breath of his lustrous lotus face, Giriraj felt totally relieved while relishing the exciting adventures of the Lord. Outside the shelter of the hill, the fearsome thunderbolt crisscrossing the sky looked like creepers of light dangling in the air. Ominous dark clouds loaded with rain flashed with occasional rainbows. Beneath Giriraj, the cloud-like Mukunda himself, and the steady streaks of lightning gopis created another type of storms. The rainbow appeared as the peacock feather on Krishna's crown, and the stream of Krishna's beauty flowed like the constant rain. The only difference was that underneath the mountain, Krishna's brilliant Kaustubha gem served as the effulgent sun. Krishna is the perfect conjugal lover. His face is a spotless moon, and his eyes are always roaming seductively. To completely remove the Vrajabasi's anxieties about his fatigue from lifting Giriraj, Krishna played sweetly again on his murali. Hearing that ambrosial sound, one Vrajabasi said, "Look, look, A blue lotus hangs over Krishna's left ear. In this joyful pastime, his creeper-like right eyebrows rise slightly, as if saying, "What can you say about my left hand, which is effortlessly holding up Giriraj?" Thus, glittering with excellence, the all-attractive Giridhari display his sweet power. By the mercy of Govardhan Hill, the Vrajavasis did not feel the least bit disturbed. Rather, they tasted endless happiness, passing their time absorbed in loving thoughts of Krishna. This pastime completely astonished the Brahmanas and other devotees fixed in neutrality in Shantaras. Radhika and the gopis in Madhurya Ras exhibited their deep love for Krishna. Among his friends, Sakyaras, the jokers like Madhumangal pleased Krishna by laughing and merrymaking. Intimate friends like Subal continually enthuse and encourage him. Raktak and Patrak and others in Dasyaras constantly serve Krishna with affection, and thus the different associates of Krishna delighted in their individual loving relationship with him. Mother Yashoda and others overcome with parental affection, Vatsalya Ras, however, felt very sad to see Krishna like this. To please her son, Yashoda tried to offer Krishna some juicy, camphorated tambula made of cardamom, nutmeg, cloves, lime paste, katechu, and betel nut, wrapped in a dark green palm leaf, and fill one with pleasure.
Oh, sorry. It was.
We can continue.
Yeah.
Now, yes. Wrapped in a dark, holding it in her lotus palm, Yashoda tenderly offered it to Krishna while pleading, "Oh, my darling Damodar, please stop playing your melodious murali. The sound of the flute cannot fill your stomach. Please take this and remove my anxiety. Why are you disturbing my mind by not eating?" After saying this, Yashoda called, "Subal, you are overflowing with love for Krishna. Since you are also the dear object of his affection, will you please offer this tambula to Krishna?" Saying this, Yashoda put the tambula in his hand. Krishna's dear friend Subal felt boundless joy as he held the tambula in one hand and removed Krishna's flute with his other hand. Taking the edge of his cloth, he gently cleansed Krishna's lotus face, which was adorned with a guru and slightly reddish in hue. Seeing Krishna's lips turn red from the chewing the tambula offered by Subal, Yashoda smiled in happiness.
Outside the umbrella of Giriraj, the huge cloud formation sent by furious Indra poured incessant rain and blew fierce hurricane, trying to blow away Giriraj with severely high winds. Yet not even one particle of dust washed off the surface of Giriraj. The deer, birds, animals, and even the leaves on the trees remained totally unaffected by the devastating storm. The torrential rains and cyclone winds harassed Vrindavan continually for 7 days. Although repeatedly trying to fulfill the order of Indra, whose intelligence was more crooked than millions of lightning bolts, the clouds could not destroy or even slightly disturb the people of Vrindavan. The big clouds and their assistants almost died from their hard labor to please Indra. Those 7 days felt like 7 millenniums of intense pain for Indra. Yet the Brijbasis saw it as 7 joy-filled hours. Oh, just see the wonderful splendor of the Lord's divine prowess, which transcends the comprehension of even Brahma and Shiva. The monsoon rains and horrific earth-shaking winds tortured people of the world with bitter sufferings and untold miseries. The serene and peaceful Giriraj, however, was not the least bit disturbed. Being constantly battered by the rains and anointed with the fragrance of Krishna's divine body, Giriraj looked absolutely radiant and beautiful throughout the whole torment. By the mercy of Krishna, the danger finally ended. In the disturbance, the distance, thank you, the Brijbasis saw the gateways and rooms of the houses glittering attractively from being washed by the heavy rains. A fresh, clear sky appeared to fill all directions with auspiciousness. The people of Vrindavan felt they had just emerged from a deep, dark well of calamity and come to the light of good fortune. The plants and creepers sprouted anew and unfurled fresh leaves. Just as one cure of the disease of insanity attains peace, similarly, the wind, now free from the disease of devastation, blew gently. The rivers, the wives of the ocean, again flowed slowly and respectfully toward their husband. Just as the forceful pushing of the minds subsided as one advanced on the path of God's realization, similarly, the blasting clouds dissipated to leave the sky behind them. The Supreme Lord Giridhari said, "The fierce wind and rain has now ceased, and the sky is totally free from the clouds of devastation. Free from the thick covering of mud, the earth is now dry and smooth. After falling unconscious for 1 week, the sun opened his eyes. All residents of Vrindavan, your village has returned to its normal state. Now it is time to come out from beneath the mountain." After hearing this, everyone assembled in a happy mood and led out the cows. The cows considered themselves fortunate because they got to relish the sweetness of Krishna's face for 7 continuous days. When the cowboys called them out, they delayed for a while and then shot out like a volley of arrows. Yeah. But when they saw that Krishna was still under the hill, they quickly ran back and surrounded him. Immediately, Krishna drove them out again by glancing at them with the compassion of a friend. And if Tanu, if you can read the last part.
From all directions, the smooth-skinned, pleasant-looking herds of cow streamed out from the valley under Govardhan Hill. As they came up, they looked like the expanded hood of Sheshnag rising out of Pataloka. Thus, induced by Krishna's words, the cowherd men smiled cheerfully. With great enthusiasm, they left the temporary village beneath Giriraj. The elated gopis cast veiled glances at Krishna as they walked out from the hill. The effulgent gopis seemed like the dazzling rays emanating from the valuable jewels below the mountain, or the glowing light of the ruby atop the hood of a nag snake. After the cowherd boys left, Krishna set the hill down exactly in its previous location. He tossed Giriraj off his hand just like a child throwing a flower ball. Then Krishna met his friends for more pastimes of wandering in Vrindavan. Overwhelmed with ecstatic love, the residents of Vrindavan came forward to greet Krishna according to their individual relationships with him. His eyes pouring forth tears of love, Balram warmly embraced Krishna. Mother Yashoda said, "Alas, alas, my son's body has been severely weakened from bearing such a heavy weight." Using her lotus palm, Yashoda massaged Krishna's left arm and kissed his hand affectionately. Rohini, who had attained the summit of parental affection, offered arati to Krishna and Balaram with an artistically designed jeweled ghee lamp. With their hearts, which were outpours of deep love for Krishna, the housewives of Vrindavan offered him their full blessings. Then they worshipped Krishna with yogurt, rice paddy, and fresh grass. The potent Brahmanas and their attractive wives offered boons and words of praise. Sananda and the other elderly men, bound by the ropes of intense parental affection, embraced the boys and smelled their heads. The beloved gopis, colored in pure love and covered by shyness, also honored Krishna and Balaram. They worshipped them with the doe-eyed glances and their lotus faces blossoming with desire. While they embraced Krishna and Balaram within their minds, their lips shone attractively with sweet, seductive smiles.
You. So please close your eyes as we will go through the last meditation. And see yourself under the hill. And see Krishna keeping Govardhana hill on his left hand and inviting all the bridge passes to abandon their possessions and come under the shelter to have great fun. Look at the bridge passes going under Giriraj. They are filled with surprise and smile with delight. Under the hill, no one felt any fear or discomfort from Indra's deluge. All the bridge passes gaze to their heart's content at the gorgeous lotus face of Giridhari, and each see that Krishna is looking directly at him. Look at Lord Krishna. He is looking at you back. See the gopis. They look like thirsty chakori birds, continually drinking the ambrosial radiance of Krishna's moon-like face. Now they embrace Krishna within their hearts. See Mother Yasoda worrying about Krishna's hand, which is as soft as butter. How can my son lift this great mountain? Here Madhu Mangal, making jokes, laughing, and trying to reassure Mother Yasoda. Remember Krishna's anchor bells that are now silent. They seem like a pair of swans sleeping in front of a blue lotus flower. Hear one Saki telling Radhika, "Do not make your eyebrow dance. while Krishna is holding Govardhan, it will agitate his mind. Try to feel the anxiety of Mother Yasoda when she sees Krishna's belly caved in and his waist belt slipping off. See her pleading Krishna to accept soft cakes and yogurt. Indra speeds through the sky with thunderbolts in his hand and rides on the chariot of his anger. Surprised, he sees Giriraj like a huge umbrella, and the clouds seemed like a decorative fringe of pearls. See the storm of sweetness under the hill, with the cloud like Mukunda and the steady streaks of lightning gopis. The rainbow appears as Krishna's peacock feather, and the stream of Krishna's beauty flows like the constant rain. Defeated, Indra called back his clouds. See the fresh, clear sky appearing to fill all directions with auspiciousness. The plants and creepers sprout anew with fresh leaves. See all the bridge basses coming out from the hill, filled with ecstatic love on this wonderful pastime. Keep your eyes closed and offer some prayers. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thank you for joining today. It was, I think, a wonderful experience. It felt like we were under Giriraj and we were able to see those beautiful pastimes. I do not know if any one of you would like to share something that might stick from the reading, some feelings, some impressions. Okay, I hope you were able to follow the follow the reading, but okay, Divya Kishori has raised her hand. Tanu also. Okay, fantastic. Divya Kishori.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Just had this, that the Lord is very personal. I felt a lot of personalism, like so good conversations happening between Yashoda Mata, Batu, and what a nice description of Giriraj, that the clouds are decorated like some ornaments, like some jewels. So it was very beautiful description. I like, and how Batu was telling that I am holding, it's because of my Mata is telling, oh, stop joking here. So I really felt that all these conversations are so important to hear. Why? Because when we go back to the spiritual world, we can, if at all we are going back to the spiritual world, we can know that spiritual world is like Krishna's world, where it's very playful, it's very joking, and Krishna is not far far person for us there. Krishna is just next to us, who is relishing all these pastimes and hearing. And I also liked Radhika's pastime, Radhika's that paragraph, Srimati Radharani's, that like she's telling that if I, the eyebrows, people are just thinking that Krishna is trembling because of holding Giriraj, but there's another thing going that Radharani, and it's between Radharani and Krishna. So I I felt that all the rasas like we read were there, and so only through the eyes of these acharyas I can see these pastimes, so which are very, very detailed actually. So thank you so much, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Divya Kishore. Tanu Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna. So I really liked how Krishna jokingly said that, oh, even a small child can lift this mountain because it's very light. And small child like me, can lift it because it's very light. So yes, I really liked how jokingly he said so. Other time I liked how Batu was saying that, oh Krishna, please stop playing flute, otherwise Giriraj will become ecstatic, and then it will fall down because of ecstasy. So that also I liked. And another point I was meditating on it, that in spiritual world everything is conscious. So there was one point about ankle bells of Krishna, that those ankle bells were absorbed in silent meditation. So those ankle bells is also a conscious person. So everything in spiritual world is a conscious being, and it's not non-conscious like we see here in this world. So yes,
Wonderful.
these were some points.
Thank you. Nikunjapi Harini, do you have anything to share from the reading today?
Hare Krishna, thank you very much. Not nothing special, but I was very much absorbed, yes, just in the pictures and I mean the scenes. Yes. Thank you very much.
Wonderful, thank you. And Braja Mandala Prabhu, would you like to share something? Yeah. I saw you send the message, no words. It was so much nectar. Thank you. Indira Mataji, I do not know if you want to say something, otherwise we can pass it to Vajayanti. Vajayanti.
Yeah, for me also the most beautiful, I like these ankle bells also, that they look such a beautiful picture, like the sleeping swans next to two lotuses. It's very beautiful, very beautiful, very beautiful. But I also appreciate, like, take away, like Krishna say, yeah, you should not worry. And so, like, in the storms also of our life, like, yes, we should trust that Krishna is there. And I was thinking, okay, how much do we still believe in miracles? Yes, so the Lord can do anything and everything also in our spiritual journey, but to trust Him and take shelter of Him, that was for me the most also, yeah, to give, so completely trust the Lord, take shelter of Him, and miracles can happen, there is no problem. And yes, I mean, it was very beautiful also, like, I like the picture that our Giriraj also was extremely, with the pearls coming down, that it was the cloud, it was piercing to the cow, that was also very nice.
Yeah.
Just one last thing also I remember, because I remember a few days before I was reading also, like, by hearing the words of these acharyas, it's attracting us, and it's moving our heart. We can feel it, no, with these emotions. Yeah, and slowly this will it's attracting our heart, and giving us the spiritual world become more real and more interesting, and the material world slowly lose a little bit its attractiveness. So that's.
Thank you. For me, it was all the times coming back, the amazing sweetness under the hill, and the deluge outside, and how they were all the time actually totally non-aware or non-affected of the terrible rains of Indra. And it really touched me that when we are actually under the shelter of Krishna consciousness, how actually there is not only we are relieved from the suffering of the outside world, but at the same time we can release so much nectar, a little bit like the umbrella that is under Krishna's lotus feet, that is protecting against the difficulties, and at the same time rain nectar inside. So I feel actually very much encouraged to take more and more shelter at Radha and Krishna's lotus feet, and knowing well that there I can find all protection, and that I don't need to worry, and I can be not only relieved from the suffering, but also experiencing so much nectar. That's really something that takes with me, and I hope I will be able to take more and more and more shelter into Radha and Krishna's lotus feet as my spiritual lives go further. I was reflecting on Vatsalya Ras, and I thought, wow, those in Vatsalya Ras, they are really full of anxiety. I mean, it's fully transcendental, wonderful anxiety, but I was not so sure that that will be my cup of tea. Anyway, it's just some small thoughts. I like very much the Giriraj that was piercing through the clouds, and that had the white clouds around that was making like this pearls fringe on the umbrella, and I found this is like such a beautiful picture. The swans also, I liked it very much.
And last also how Krishna was playing the flute, and with his head he was also like moving his head like so nonchalantly, just keeping up Giriraj, like if it was nothing.
So this was an appetizer for us to go back to the spiritual world, to finally reach to our eternal abode, where we can have so much fun, so much beauty will be drenching our eyes, and let's get encouragement in our spiritual practice to go very, very nicely through all the stages of anarthas and deluge of material energy, so that we can very, very quickly refine our original position. So great thank you to all of you who came today and shared your heart and your consciousness. A great thank you to His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, for bringing us and serving us the nectar of Krishna consciousness in our life, thus giving us the highest nectar and delivering us from the highest troubles of this world. Thank you so much, dear devotees. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Kavikarnapur Maharaj ki jai, Bolo Giriraj Maharaj ki jai,
Shri Vrindavan Bihari Lal
ki jai.
Jai Shri Ram.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
That is nice.